You guys, only in Nigeria would you find this kind of things happening. Imagine Garba Shehu, who was an aide to Buhari during his regime, is now telling us, hey God, I never see this kind of thing before. He's now telling us that the story of rats invading the presidential villa back in, I think, 2017 was a fabricated story and it did not happen and or was just a cover-up story, to cover up the sickness of President Muhammadu Buhari. You say what? Most of these politicians, while in office, they will commit atrocities. They will commit a lot of crimes, and years down the line, they then come out to write a book telling us all they have done and what was a lie and what wasn't a lie. You can imagine that. Just like what this general did of recent, the man who annulled the most fairest and freest election in the history of Nigeria, came out to write a book about it as if it's something to be proud of. You guys also remember the story of snake swallowed money. I'm very sure that that was also a cover-up story. And most of the time, these people think that they are very smart. We knew right off the bat that this was a fabricated story, but now you're coming out to tell us yourself. You should be arrested. You should have handcuffs on his hand. Just of recent in China, sentenced a former president of their country to death by hanging for corruption by receiving bribes ranging to millions of naira. That can never happen in Nigeria. That kind of law cannot even make it. It cannot even make it because, first of all, who are the people that are going to propagate that law? Who are the people? The same people that are being corrupt? Before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here, you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Did I offend you? Please go ahead and subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell as well. That way we are encouraged, or we are able to give you more reliable and authentic news. Don't forget to click on the thumbs up button. Click on it, yes. That way YouTube is also able to recommend this video to other YouTube viewers all around the world. Lastly, please leave your opinions in the comment section below. Former President Muhammadu Buhari's spokesman, Garba Shehu, has explained why he alleged that rats invaded the presidential villa in 2017. Shehu said he planted the story to distract the public from Buhari's ill health and inability to resume his duties following his resumption after a period of absence due to sickness. The former senior special assistant on media and publicity in Buhari disclosed this in his just launched book, according to the president, Lessons from a Presidential Spokesperson's Experience. In chapter 10 of a book titled Rats, Spin and All That, Shehu said an issue broke out after a fellow media aide, Bashar Ahmad, announced that Buhari has returned to Nigeria and would be working from home. Shehu said, with reporters wanting to know more, the number of calls increased, with some, including the BBC Hausa, interrogating me on the type of rats we had in the villa that could eat wire cables. To get them, that is journalists, off my back, I referred them to the strange rats that invaded the country in the 1980s during the rise Amanda that came here aboard ships, bringing the commodity from Southeast Asia. At a later meeting, the Minister of Information, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, and Vice President Professor Yemi Oshibanjo asked me why I had told that line of story. I said to them that the choice I made was deliberate. I wanted the discussion to move to any other issue besides the president's health and his ability to continue in office as the leader of a country. In my view, that spin succeeded. Both of them disagreed, saying that this was well off the mark. You guys also remember that it was during Buhari's administration that Alhaji Lai Mohammed was the Minister of Information, and it was then he was actually branded Lai Mohammed because it seemed like the administration was riddled by lies. It was riddled with lies, lies everywhere, different fabricated story, just like the rat story. different kind of fabricated story and all of that. It's really sad, and it really says a lot about this set of people and what they actually think about Nigerians. Because how gullible can you think Nigerians are to have believed you? Of course, Nigerians did not believe, and you think it succeeded, but it didn't. It didn't. It just, ended up painting Buhari's administration as liars, because that was what they were known for. Before you knew it, Nigerians started calling the Minister of Information Lai Mohammed, Lai Mohammed. And Nigerians also branded Buhari's administration a bunch of liars, because most of the time that they would come up with different stories to tell Nigerians, you discover that, this is all a lie and a cover-up story. And this just proves it. This book that he wrote just proves that Nigerians are not as gullible as they think we are. Before we go, my people, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. The first comment here is from Ido Aditayo. He says, "Instead, make you confess. Tell us about Jubril from Sudan. You the blab." Guys, do you guys still believe that story? Because I don't. Even when the story came out, and I think the story came out from Nnamdi Kanu, where he accused Buhari of not being the real Buhari and that it was somebody who is impersonating him. I never believed that story right from onset, because how? Like how? Like how? Like how? Nigerians, you must not believe every story out there. Another commenter from Tochukwu Okonkwo says, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu said it. I know more confession will still come out. I'm waiting for Pastor Yemi Oshibanjo to launch his own book. That's when we will know if truly is a pastor. You're expecting him to say, oh, it wasn't Buhari. The real Buhari is not Buhari. I don't believe that story. It's not possible. Haba. Another person says, honestly speaking, if this country is truly working, this revelation alone should keep this shell of a man in prison for the rest of his life. Of course. People will just come out and say anything because they know that who is going to punish them? Like, who is going to know? Who is going to do it? Who is going to punish them for anything? They think that because time has passed, it did not just happen yesterday, that, okay, then it's no longer a crime. No, it isn't. It's just the audacity for me, the audacity that they have to commit a crime and still come out to say that, oh, this was what we did, this was what happened. And also write a book about it and think that, that is the end of the story. It's really sad. Moving on, it deliberately and willfully tarnished the image of a country in its bid to cover the laziness of an individual, his boss, another failure of a man. Another person says, you lied to a nation. Isn't this a matter to be ashamed of? As in, justice says nothing is hidden under the sun. After your fabrication, why are you telling us the truth? In this same country, snake and monkey swallowed. In this same country, which we are very sure that was also fabricated. In this same country, they told us that snake and monkey swallowed money. In this same Nigeria that we are in, we know for sure that story was also fabricated. And before you know it, people started talking about the snake and monkey swallow money. And nobody asked for the money any longer. The money issue became a forgotten issue. That is Nigeria, or Nigeria, my country. And before you know it, years down the line, another person will come out and tell us that the snake and monkeys story was a fabricated one as well. I pity this our generation for not putting more effort to dismantle their criminality structure. In the same Nigeria, Akpabio became a senator without contesting from primary election, and courts go ahead, rule in his favor against the person that contested the primary. Which one do I mention and leave others? I mean, is it not this same country where Opu Zodima became the governor of Imo State after emerging fourth in an election, fourth place in an election, fourth became the first. Hey, now what? Nigeria. Moving on, another comment here says, with this confession, it is now established that APC government is a regime full with lies and propaganda. All Nigerians going to learn a lesson with this confession. Like, what do you exactly want us to learn from now telling us that it is a lie, that the rats never invaded Aso Rock? Like, what do you want us to learn? What do you want us to take home from this? This is craziness, madness. Yo, let's have your thoughts and your opinions on the comment section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.